everybody, it's Hillyn at 5 Minute Drummer, and this is part 3 in the brush technique series, and this is going to teach you all about whether you should get wire brushes or nylon brushes. So wire versus nylon. Basically, it's a sound preference, and maybe you want both in your stick bag because maybe you need them for different settings. But the basic difference is the bristles themselves. So nylon is a plastic bristle and wire is a metal bristle. And the difference is the way they feel and the way they sound. So let's check them out. Here's the nylon brush. And here's the wire brush. So the sound is slightly different, and it really depends on what you need for the music. So I personally like these nylon brushes for playing more like a rock beat replacement, or if I was going to maybe do the train beat, but and maybe a wire brush for jazz. And ultimately I think it's just the way they sound on the ride for me. But so here's wire. And here's nylon. So they sound slightly different on the ride, and if you were going to use them for color, that kind of stays the same. So basically that's the difference. It's the bristles and the sound on the snare. There's a couple other things that are different from brush to brush that will help you decide which ones you might want to start with or whether you want to buy a couple different ones. And that's whether or not they're retractable. So retractable just means whether the bristles can go down into the handle. So for example, these ones are a little funky. You have to kind of knock them. Go straight into the handle, and that makes throwing them in your stick bag pretty handy. And because they're nylon, they don't really bend and break the same way a wire brush does. So these are kind of nice, just throw them in there, and then they just come out like that. With the wire brushes, there are a solid wood handle like this where the bristle doesn't go into the handle, it doesn't retract. So you have to be careful when you store them because you don't want to bend any of the bristles. And they always fan out like this at the same width. So when you have a retractable wire brush like this one, you can change the width of the fan depending on how focused you want the sound. So if you want it fully fanned out, you get that big wash. And if you want it nice and focused, you change the width of the fan. And you get a whole different sound. So that's kind of the cool advantage to the retractable wire brushes. The nylon brushes won't do that. They won't change the width of the fan. But they're very durable. So the other cool thing about brushes is getting some color tones with the back end of the brush or the wire pull. So the metal pull, I mean. So you can get that sound there with these retractable ones. And on the solid wood handle, it's actually built in. There's a little metal tack that is in there that you can scrape across the cymbal. So whether you like wire sounds or whether you like nylon sounds is up to you. Honestly, I would recommend having both, but that's the difference in sound. So if you are looking for what is the difference, nylon versus wire, it's just sound and comfort level and preference, and that's it. So nylon, wire, nylon, wire. And there you have it. So when you're making your purchase, I hope this helps. And I will leave some links to these different styles and bristles up below. And if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2 of this series, you can check out the links. I'll leave them somewhere on the screen here. And I will be able to teach you your basic jazz brush beat and also your train beat in some ways you can use brushes in your normal playing. So hope that you enjoyed. I will see you at the next lesson and have a great day. Take care. Bye.